Good evening, good evening. It's Caribbean Man here. It's a really um, interesting evening. This is the first time I'm doing a blog when the sun is setting. I wished I could have turned my camera around and you could have seen the sunset. Let me try. Can you guys see it? Can you see the sunset? No? Okay, but if I back up a bit, you guys can see my dogs. There they are. Hey guys, Chicho, Perla. Uh, no one's listening. Everyone's looking at the sunset apparently. Anyway, so in this blog I wanted to talk to you guys about depression. I know it's not a subject that most people like to talk about, and if you're suffering with it, I mean, you don't even want to hear the word. And if you have listened to some of my previous blogs, you know I've been through it. So I'm not just talking about something I heard of or something I read or I went to school and I learned about it. I'm talking about the real deal. I've been there, done that. And I think I've earned a little bit of stripe, so to speak, to try to encourage you and how to get over it. Or maybe you know someone who is going through it, a dear friend, your child, your wife. Things that happened in our life, guys, can just throw us off guard and takes us into this whirlwind of gray color, of doubt and negative feelings and thoughts and so forth and so on. So I'm going to talk about two tips today in what you can do for yourself or if you know someone who's going through it. The first step is recognizing that you do have that challenge. If you have that challenge, it's not easy to identify it. You may have well, I won't say easy to identify it. You may feel that you have the problem, but you don't want to acknowledge it. So one second, guys. 1 second. I just want to pause my for 1 second. Yeah, sorry about that. My dogs, they don't like to see other dogs walking by, so they were just arguing. So I didn't want their noise to disturb what I was talking about. So the first thing, guys, is if you're having that challenge, you need to recognize it yourself. You may have feelings of guilt. You may have feelings of what called low self-esteem. You don't want to be around anyone. You don't want to talk to anyone. You sleep a lot. You eat a lot. Don't want to go to work. You don't want to play. I mean, these could be symptoms that you are depressed or you're getting into depression. You know, so that's one of the things that a couple of the points that you can look for to identify for yourself. And if you know of someone that you think is depressed, you know, look for those symptoms. And guys, I'll say this to you. The first thing you don't want to do is go over to them and tell, I think you're depressed. No, you don't want to do that. I encourage you to try to speak with the person, help them to realize that they have some sort of challenge and they can talk to you about it, whatever they're going through, and you may be able to help them. So the first thing, guys, is identifying that there is a challenge for yourself or helping the person that you think is depressed acknowledge themselves that they have this challenge. So that's the first step. The second step is usually when someone is depressed, they have a lot of low self-esteem, and it usually starts off with thoughts like, I'm not good at this, and nobody likes me, and nobody wants to be my friend, and I can't accomplish anything, and a lot of self-doubt thoughts. So if you are going through this, the first thing you gotta do is change the way you think about yourself. That's the first thing. Instead of saying, I can't, I'm not able to, you need to start using the words I am. I am good at this. I am good at school. I am good at geography. I'm good at math. Even if you're not good at it, it doesn't matter. Keep telling yourself this. And over time, you will start believing it and your brain will start believing it. And when you start seeing yourself being successful in whatever you're doing, it was going to be amazing. If you are at work or maybe your husband or wife and you know, you keep telling yourself, I'm not good at work. I'm not a good husband. I'm not a good wife. Or maybe you're alone and you don't have friends. Just change those thoughts into positive. I am a good husband. I am a good wife. I'm going to find a friend. I've got qualities that people like about me. I am lovable. I have wonderful qualities. And you may even start writing down the qualities that you think is admirable about you. Okay? So these are just a few things that I've used, guys, that have worked for me, and I encourage you to try them. And again, if you're not experiencing it and someone is experiencing it, help them to try these points and see how that works out for them. Okay, so guys, thanks again for listening. I'm here with my dogs. It's kind of late. The sun is setting, so I don't want to keep them out too long. This is kind of their time. Thank you guys for listening. Again, if you found this video informative, please let me know about it and tell others about it. Resteam if you feel it's valuable. And I'm looking forward for your comments. Have a great evening, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Caribbean Man.